Digger here with another Lexington Local, and I have the pleasure of being here today with my longtime friend Marlene Seferian in her beautiful home in front of this gorgeous piano. So when we got here, she was telling us the story of the piano. So Marlene teaches piano, loves piano, has a background in piano. Do you want to start with the piano?
Sure.
Okay.
First of all, welcome. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for doing this.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Beth. Where should I start? I was born and raised in Lebanon.
Okay.
And I was trained as a classical pianist. So I went to a private schools, then conservatory. So my mom always loved music. She was trained voice.
Okay.
So she was also from the conservatory. She did have musical training until she got married young. She was only 21 when she got married, so she did go for 4 years. She has a beautiful voice, and she has sang in also choirs, which we did together. So when we moved, it was in '89.
Okay.
I was already graduated. Both from college and the conservatory, so I was able to teach, and I did start with a few schools here as a private piano teacher, and some church events. So I've been playing for a long time, as you can tell. But when we moved with my family, I got married, and I met my husband in '90. So '91 we got married, and I had children, so it wasn't as easy to, because I wanted to be the one to raise them. So once my youngest started middle school, I went back to teaching. So it was more on and off first, but I was able to teach more. So I started teaching here local in Lexington. So I do teach at home, and then some parents that don't have that luxury of bringing them, I do go to their house.
Oh, that's nice.
So I only have one day concentrated to that. So I have a couple of families that I do back to back, the same family if they have siblings.
Right.
So yeah, that's been my passion.
Nice. Do you teach adults as well, or mostly children?
That's a good question. I did teach a couple of times. Some parents wanted to, some mothers, but unfortunately it doesn't continue.
I see.
They do have
they don't
that
practice,
desire.
do
No, they don't have time.
So Marlene built this beautiful room for this piano, right? Lovely step up. So you were mentioning to us how special this piano is.
Yes.
Why? Why is it special?
Well, so this baby grand actually was a gift at our 25th anniversary. So it's been almost 6 years in May. It'll be 6 years. So my husband surprised me. So because he knew how special it is for me, so I waited 25 years.
Well.
But I do have an upright piano, which I teach the kids, because I have kids from 5, 6. Usually I would rather wait until they're 7 because they have more of that focus, concentration. And I have up to, high school. High school, it gets to be a little tough, as you know. Because it starts to be more difficult. They have a lot going on. Some of them, they do continue. But until, for now, I have up to 16 years old that I teach. Yeah, that's of course, with the COVID, it started to be a little also challenging because I did not stop. I did with Zoom. So some of them weren't able to continue. So unfortunately, it happens with every, it's private teaching. So some of them didn't have that them to continue. But I tried to just instill in them the love of music. For me, that's the most important. Because they're not going to be concert pianists. They're not going to be, it's not for everybody. And so for me, that's the most important. Yes.
So the kids get to play this beautiful piano during recital. Is that correct?
Yes. I've been able to manage to do it at home recitals. But my goal, my dream is to have a hall. Like to rent maybe like a local, or church. Because I did have to do separately, like small groups within the pandemic. Like last year I did do a recital bed, but it was, it's not as easy to do it at home. I do love that it's cozy and the kids are more, they're not as, yes, as nervous, but of course, you want them to get encouraged, and you do it for the parents, right? The recitals.
Right. Yeah, I find it I took piano for 10 years.
Oh, you did?
Very stressful.
Yes.
Nowadays, though, I don't know, what is your viewpoint on this? Nowadays, the kids get the music. I always had to memorize the piece.
Yes.
Do you still do that? You memorize the piece, right?
Well, I do. I am strict that way. If they're gonna do a recital, I want them to memorize.
Okay.
Because that's what's gonna get them that confidence. And some of them it's more challenging than others. Some can grasp it right away. But for me, that's how I was trained. It's just more professional too.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
You do
So
definitely
that's my. So I teach them on the upright
Yeah,
piano.
let's go
I don't
look
know
at
if
it,
you
yeah.
need to. Yes.
So this is where the kids have their lessons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I feel like it has a good system here. I can sit next to them. I can help them with correcting, their position. So the most important thing is the beginners. Their challenge is to read the notes.
Right.
And I do teach music theory as well.
Okay.
So everything is included in that private half an hour. So we start with, looking at, I make it like a little game, have them, show me where the A is, where the, so make it a little more fun.
That's nice.
Because once they have that base, it gets easier to continue.
Right.
But as I mentioned, the pandemic did not help for some kids.
No.
Because that focus wasn't there. And it's hard for every age. I think for us it was hard, for our parents, for our pets.
Right.
Yes.
So how does someone get in touch with you? Do you have a website, or is it just sort of word of mouth?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth?
No website.
Okay.
So mostly all my students just, they look at through the Mavens.
Okay.
They have recommendations, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. I can't forget the Mavens.
No, they're a good group.
And so as I said, I have some around the neighborhood that they just walk, which is
that's
great.
nice.
It's lovely.
Yeah. All right.
And so far it's just in Lexington. I didn't want to go further than being just in the town.
Right.
Because as you know, it's hard to accommodate with all those activities as well. So everyone starts now after 4, and you have to accommodate everyone. They need that slot. They don't like that same time, not dinner time.
Right. So do you play for fun yourself? Like, what do you do to enjoy your piano?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it relaxes me, and I was so thankful for, as I mentioned, for my mom to instill that in me, to encourage me, because growing up in Lebanon, I don't know, you probably have heard about the civil war over there, and it was much easier.
Okay.
Just to be able to just play the piano at home and then not think about anything else, and that always relaxed me.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. A love of music for life. That's lovely.
That's what I try. I know. Still, my older daughter plays really well. My youngest, Adrina, tried, but
not for her.
It was more soccer.
She was really good at soccer.
Thank you. They both did so well. I know. I know. It was nice to watch them, and
Awesome.
Now it's a different stage. I know.
That's nice.
I know.
Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Beth.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best.
Oh,
Best of luck. Thank you for coming to my home.
Thanks for having us.